Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new section of the beauty space. Today you are getting like my meditation corner, my get ready corner, and where I wanted to today sit down with you guys and start a declutter series. I have been doing a little bit of shopping on my weekends, kind of trying more drugstore things. I want to get out of just my BoxyCharm little niche and try things that are out there on the market, which is something I've been really doing over the past, I would say 9-10 months with you guys, pretty much ever since I expanded the beauty space. Now that I have an entire room dedicated to this channel and my love of beauty and all of those fun things, I wanted to sit down with you guys today and do a different style of declutter than I have ever done before. I'm going to be taking all of my products down to the floor, doing a nitty-gritty deep dive declutter, showing you all of my specific section that I'm going to be going through. Today is going to be lippies. I'm going to go through all of my lipsticks, all my lip liners, all my lip glosses, all my lip oils, all the things I can find in my beauty space and in the bottom of my handbags. This was just in the bottom of one handbag, yes. No, 1.5, because the other parts of them were in a little satchel that I kind of take for a quick running around on weekends. So, you know, whatever. We're going to be going through my lip collection today, and I need to do a very serious declutter because I have things that I've had for far too long. There are certain things I'm sure are expired. Some things are products that I have loved, but a lot of them are also just old styles of makeup that I don't use that much anymore. Like I have so many liquid lipsticks in my beauty space that I'm like, I don't need that color. I technically already have that color while I'm out shopping for something new. And then I'm like, yeah, but how old is it? And it's not even a formula you really use a ton anymore. So today we're gonna get brutal. This dress will not stay up, guys. Sorry, but I'm going to be turning the camera around, and what we're going to be doing is getting on the floor and going through a ton of products. I've never done something like this, so if you like this style of content and want to see more of my declutters this way, please hit the thumbs up button. Please let me know in the comments below because I have like lined out an entire series for this channel for this. I'm talking lipsticks, complexion products with like foundations, concealers. I'm also wanting to do a huge powder declutter. I have so many powders. I want to do eyeshadow palettes, all of the things. So let me know if you're interested in that, and let's dive into today's video of a massive declutter. Grab your tea, grab your snack, grab your water, get comfy, and let's start this new year off fresh, right? Cheers! I know it's February, but you know, it still feels like the new year to me. Let's get going. Okay, you guys, so lip products for me are that thing that could be anywhere in my house. They could be in a handbag, they could be in a different drawer, they could be in my office space, but I think I've pulled out everything that I can possibly find in this moment. And this makes up a big majority of my collection. And this here is the caddy that sits on my beauty space, and I just find myself rarely reaching into some of these things. So really, I need to do a big declutter. And even though I'm a little bit maybe of a minimalist compared to most people on this platform that have been doing this for, I'm 6 years-ish, almost 7, I still have always been trying to keep everything curated because I do come from tiny house living, but also I don't think I have to have everything. That being said, I still have far too many. I tend to use the same lip products over and over. And as I've been shopping for some newer things in my collection, like some of these, I'm finding that I'm feeling guilty about it because I'm like, oh, I have something in so many of these colors because clearly I have a type. But some of these are probably aged out. Some of these are not my favorite formula. Definitely stuff in here. So let's get down and dirty with it. Maybe I should take all of these out too. Oh my gosh, this is almost empty. Is this empty? Okay, let me finish organizing here and then we'll go from there. So some of these I know I need to declutter, but some of these I can't buy anymore. And I'm just going to start off right out the gate with some old ColourPop lippies. I am a little bit of a sentimental person, and I try not to be as sentimental as it just doesn't help with makeup. You know, these things expire. The two I have here are Beeper and Aquarius 2. You cannot buy the Aquarius line anymore. This was the Kathleen Lights collab from years and years and years ago. I mean, it's almost embarrassing. I kept it because I was really looking at it for a dupe for like wanting to swatch it on things. I'm not going to swatch everything for the record because that would be terrible. I mean, we'll be here all week. This is Aquarius 2. It's got a little bit of a purple tone. It's a nude base though, so it can be so versatile. And anytime I've worn it, I got so many people asking me what is on your lips, and I just love it. And it's so hard for me to want to get rid of things that I know I can't buy anymore. Oof. This beeper has seen better days, even on the doe foot. Okay, so first and foremost, beeper, I think I've already found a dupe for. I'm actually going to have the trash can on standby here because I fell in love with the Huda Beauty Demi Matte Liquid Lipsticks, and the shade Shiro I thought was a really good dupe for the color and a better formula because this formula is so comfortable. Oh yeah, I think you can see that there. So, okay. Beeper, thank you. We're going to do the whole Marie Kondo moment here because I've had her in my collection for so long. All of the wording is rubbed off. You have served your purpose. Thank you so much. You got to go. As far as the Aquarius 2 goes, I have her swatched here. And as we go through, if I see something that maybe is close, then I can just kind of do a quick swatcherooski with that. But for now, I'm going to put her to the side. All right, I need to just kind of be real about something here. Like, I loved the Ofra liquid lipsticks. And on a rare occasion, if I'm in a rush and I need something that will last, I will still grab one of these. However, these are all pretty old right now. And I'm still in my head right now going, I don't know if I really want to get rid of these because like Miami Fever is one of my favorites. I love all of her nudes. I know a while back they were in another scandal. I'm trying to keep all of like scandal and drama out of just what I'm doing when I'm talking about makeup right now. I'm just talking about what am I using? Have I gotten my fulfillment of it? These were only good for 6 to 12 months, and I'm pretty sure I've had them longer. Whew. The shades I loved were Miami Fever, Sao Paulo, Rio, and Bel Air, but more Bel Air than Rio. I liked this. I got this on, I got this trio in a nude special, I think at the holidays a while back, so I know all of these have aged out. Let me smell them. I'm so weird about this. I'm like, but I really love Miami Fever in the summer. Well, I can always buy it again. It's not a formula I'm reaching for a ton because it is the long-lasting liquid lipsticks. And I used to think I would never not use a liquid lipstick even when it was kind of going out of trend. And then I just kept reaching for them. But now I'm really not as much as I used to. So I'm just going to bite the bullet and let these go. This might hurt a little, but it's going to be okay. Whew, let's go to something a little easier next. I'm going to get rid of this Queen shade in Thick Skin. I really liked it because it's right up my alley as far as color stories go. And as you can see, it like fits right in my nude, warm toned vibe that I love. But this is definitely older and I have not been reaching for it. And I feel like this dries my lips out quite a bit. So I'm going to get rid of her. All right, something I'm not going to be getting rid of are my two Huda Beauty Demi Matte Liquid Lipsticks. I just told you that the one is definitely a dupe for Beeper, and my favorite shade is Day Slayer. I'm almost out. I'm literally scraping the sides here. So I'm going to use both of these up. They're almost done anyway, but hanging on to these. These can go in here. I'm also going to get rid of the Mellow Lip Gloss. I feel this was, even though it was a gloss, it was pretty drying. And it was a deep shade, kind of like the Beeper shade here. Wow, that's almost a dupe as well. But I really was not loving the formula, and I've used her up quite a bit, so she can go. Now is when I just sit here and stare. Oh, I've got some more Ofras. There's Milani. Oh yeah, and I didn't really ever like this Dubai shade. It was too dark for me. Again, these are pretty aged out. I think these were in, yeah, all of these over here were actually in a bottom drawer for me, so I should probably just tackle these right away and say, I know I'm not using these, so they've definitely aged out. Time to go. Oh my gosh, y'all. Who remembers when I got this from, was it a BoxyCharm pop-up? Not anything new, but like a long time ago. I loved the shade. I also really loved this formula in the summertime and spring. Super duper pretty. It's got like a slip to it, and it almost reminds me of the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lips. But obviously this is, you know, I don't even know, does Marc Jacobs even make makeup anymore? I know that they had to change their packaging, all the things. This is very old. It was well loved, but I gotta let it go. Speaking of the Tartes, these are staying. These are, again, the Tarte Maracujas. The two shades I have right here are Orchid and Coconut. I finished up Hibiscus because I think these are so quality. Super juicy. I love the formula on these, and I just heard, look at that. Like, yeah, definitely similar type products. Not the same shade, but similar products. These are some of my favorites, and I just heard from Andrea Mattiliano on her channel. She just said that there's a Flower Beauty similar dupe, so I gotta check that out because I love these. But these are staying. All right. Lucky Chick, I know, is staying. This is a lip product that I've told you guys I've been using since, like, I think December. Fell in love with it. This is Blissful. This is their gloss. It is a gorgeous gloss. Oh, look at that. It's pretty similar to Aquarius too. It might be why I like it so much. Gets well for my skin tone, so she's staying. Also just bought this NYX Butter Gloss. Are people still using the NYX Butter Glosses? Is this still a thing? Because I just purchased this over the weekend and I've used it back-to-back days. I'm loving this. This one here is in the shade Sugar High. Loving it. Keeping it. Mine. Go next. Okay, these are old. I need to let these go, even though I still love this formula. I thought it was great. These are the... I think I used to have 2 or 3 of them. Am I only down to this one now? This is the Lemonade Dominique Cosmetics Lip Gloss. The sticker, is there still a sticker on here that tells me the shade? No, there's not. But these are pretty old. I need to let this go, even though I love it. I need to make room for more. Ace Beauté has a lip line, and some of their stuff I've really liked, but some of these are just not things I'm reaching for. These are their liquid lipsticks and their gloss here. I'm just gonna let these go because I'm not using them. Oh, we just talked about Give Them La La. I forgot she was in here. This is the Give Them La La Beauty. It's called like a Hydro Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Booty Call. I liked the color, but it dried me out so bad. And it's also a little too pale for me. So yeah, she's done for. This is actually feeling pretty cathartic. Like, I'm actually feeling pretty good about this right now so far. Moving on, how did I feel about this Item Beauty product? This is the Lip Quip Lip Oil. I think, oh, you know what? This was in my handbag. So actually I was liking this because it gives you a little bit of tint and it's not that old. So I am going to keep her for a while. The Rowan Beauty. This is a gloss. I've had this for a little bit now, though. This one is in the shade Charlie, and it is a liquid lip balm. I find this to be a really good color for my skin tone and something that's pretty comfortable to wear over one of those liquid lipsticks that I just got rid of. It made the liquid lipstick actually, like, livable. I will say, though, this does smell like a Thin Mint cookie, which it always has. Let me see if it still smells that way, because I know this is kind of getting towards the end of its life, I think, with me. I don't know, maybe I'll see what my collection looks like towards the end here. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile. L'Artsy. This is my second one of these. I sought this out after I used up my first one. I found this, I think, on like a Mercari or a Poshmark because L'Artsy is actually crazy expensive in my mind for what it is. This is the shade Vibe. This is a really good gloss. I've also pretty much used her up. I don't know if you can see that the tube is definitely there. But this is one of my favorite lip glosses because I thought it gave me a really good pout. Kind of similar to the La La color, but it's definitely a formula that is better, I think. Makes the lips look juicy, made the pout look bigger, especially this time of year. I think I may try to use this up though because there is still a touch more product, but I do need to get rid of the body soon. Okay, the Tarte Man-Eater glosses. I do find I still use these pretty regularly, at least once or twice a week. The 2 shades I have are Mauve, which is probably my more favorite color, and then the shade Buff, which is a little bit more pink toned, but pink tones are going to look really good this spring. So yeah, I'm going to hang on to both of these. I've been working a lot with Merit, and I love their lip oils. I feel like they're really great, and I didn't even realize I had 2 of the same colors in both of them. I have Taupe and Au Naturel. I really like these. And I think the thing is I had some in my drawer and some in my handbag, so that way I always had them with me. Do I need to keep both of them though? I think one of them might be older than the other. I think these are the older ones and these are the newer ones. So I should probably keep the newer ones and get rid of the older ones because I always have too many things in my handbag anyway. I don't need this many. So older ones out, newer ones stay. Speaking of Merit, I have a whole line here of their lipsticks. These are like their bullet lippies. They're called their signature lipsticks, I believe. Yeah, they're signature lips. I actually really like this formula. I feel like it's really nice for a bullet, and bullet lipsticks have not always been my jam. I have so many of their more neutral shades too. Like this one here is in the shade Baby. Now this one is a little bit darker, but as we have seen, the 90s are back right now, y'all, with fashion and makeup and hair. This is definitely that brown lip look that I think is really comfortable. So I think I'm going to hang on to this one for now, although she could be the first to go once the brown lip trend is kind of out again. This is the shade Slip, and this is a really, really great nude shade. I wear this one pretty regularly, like her a lot. I did not know I was going to swatch this much, you guys. I kept saying, don't swatch too much, Nichole. This one here, you know what? This one I don't think I use a lot. This is Cabo. I actually use this. As you can see, the head here looks a little different. She looks a little like, hey, what happened to her? I used this lipstick to write on my mirror in my Halloween special. So I feel like this could probably go. So I am actually glad I'm doing this Marie Kondo style where you touch every single thing, because that's something I've not really done with my declutters before, where I actually kind of lean into touching everything, pulling it out, maybe even swatching it like you see me doing. Because if I'm just sitting there with everything already put away, I'm not going to be as ruthless as I am doing it like this, because I have to put everything back too. So that one's going to go. This one here is the shade Millennial. It's going to be obviously kind of like a millennial pink, but it's kind of got a more neutral tone to her, so it kind of goes with a lot of skin tones. This last one here is, ooh, I forgot about this. This was their like holiday red shade. This one is in Aperitif. And it is really pretty, but I don't really do a lot of red lipsticks. Although maybe I should keep at least like one lippy that's red, that's like a bullet, and one that's a liquid lipstick maybe, because I do tend to pull them out on the occasion. So this is a formula that I like, so I'll hang on to this for now, but if I find I'm never using it, I have to make sure I declutter her. But I am really cutting down this pile more than I thought, so I'm pretty pleased with all of this. Speaking of the red, let's just talk about it. I always wished I would have gotten to try this formula from Fenty, because this, you guys told me about so much. This is the Stunna Lip Paint in the shade Uncensored. I have tried this. I do think the formula is good. I wish it was a neutral, but I know a lot of people were like, this is the red to end all reds. Like when it first came out, and even still, people love this red shade. And it is obviously a deeper, sexy red tone. So, okay, because this is newer to my collection, I just got it in December, I'm going to hang on to it with that red lipstick, and they're from Merit too. But if I find I am not using this by like 4th of July or like August, I need to get rid of the reds, because I know I don't gravitate to them, but I do like to pull them out on the occasion. So we'll hang on to those. I have not used this. I decluttered some of the AOA lipsticks and lip glosses. I really loved the Shop Miss A AOA line. I have, but I don't find myself really reaching for these, and I'm not sure why. It's kind of a moussey formula. I'm not sure if it just dries down. Oh, it is a matte lipstick. That's what it is I got the matte, because this is when I was still loving a lot of matte lipsticks, if you can see that. So I'm going to just let it go. The shade I have, if you're curious, because I did swatch it, is Venus right here. Totally up my alley, but the matte part of it, I think, is why I'm not using it. So it's also almost over a year old, so time to let it go. I'm being so ruthless. I'm so proud of myself. Uh-oh, this one's going to be hard. This is a Lise Waiter lipstick. This is something I got back when oh gosh, I'm going to be a little embarrassed here. Do you see all the bite marks on it? Penny got a hold of it when she was a puppy, because I've had it that long. This was from my original swap with Sam Bam 89, Samantha, on YouTube. We became YouTube friends, gosh, when we both started our channel like 6-7 years ago now. And we did a makeup swap, and she was like, you have to try this brand. And this is a nude shade that I have loved. This is a Rogue A lipstick, and this is in the shade Clara. I've literally had this since St. Louis, and I have still pulled it out and still worn it. I have found her to be actually still very comfortable to wear. It's a beautiful nude shade. It is extremely old though, and I've held on to it for a few reasons. The main one being, I like the formula, I like the packaging, even though Penny tried her best as a puppy to break into it. She couldn't, thank God. But I loved the formula, and it just had me so sentimental for my first weeks and months on YouTube, because that was such a special time for me when I started my channel. And so that's why I've like held on to it. Does it smell? Let me smell it. Doesn't really smell. I have loved the color too. I'm going to see if I can still purchase this, and if so, I might get it again. But for now, I'm going to put it over here in my little like nostalgic ColourPop maybe pile. Don't judge me too harshly, okay? I'm doing pretty good considering. Talking about some glosses here. This is the Fenty. This is the lip balm. What is this? Yeah, this is the Gloss Balm in Diamond Milk. This is a really great gloss I will use on top of anything, so hanging on to this. Also, I let you guys know in my faves and fails of 2022, the Patrick Ta, I think these are like the major lip shines. I love these, and I'm definitely still using them up. This one I'm almost finished up already. It's kind of crazy. So these are staying. I just recently got this Persimmon and Plump lip gloss. What is this? This is the Wet Skin. I got this from a BoxyCharm. This is from Saffron and Botanicals. The Persimmon Plump Glass Finish Lip Glaze. Sorry, that's really hard to say. I'm keeping her because I do use her quite a bit. I just purchased this myself. This is a e.l.f. Lip Plumper Gloss. I haven't gotten an opportunity to try this as much as I want. This is the Champagne Glam. So I'm going to hang on to this because I did just purchase it, kind of reviewing some more drugstore stuff. So I'm going to hang on to her. I gotta let this one go. This is, oh, I forgot, dang it. This isn't what I thought it was because it was flipped upside down. This is Vintage by Jessica Libeskind. I discovered this brand from BoxyCharm when I first started my channel. Like my very first video on YouTube, I was talking about this brand for lip. I love her lip liners. I loved her highlighters. When I get to my highlighter section of this declutter series, you will see her highlighters. Although I think I am gonna let this go. It is pretty sticky. The brush is jacked up. I don't even know if you can see that on camera or not. The way I have to film right now, because I'm not used to doing this yet, I'll get better with this as I go, guys. I've never done this style. I can't see my screen right now, so I'm not sure what you're all seeing. But this is not something I've found myself loving and reaching for, so I will let this go, even though I love this brand, and this is super nostalgic for me. Look at this progress. I'm doing so good. I'm going to give myself a pat on the back. Lawless Forget the Lip Filler Gloss. I think this became pretty hyped and viral for a while. I really did like it, so I'm hanging on to her. Ooh, the Too Faced Lip Injections. These are the like maximum plump. And in the winter, I don't tend to use a lot of things that do a ton of plumping because it'll dry your lips out. It kind of exfoliates and definitely dries your lips out more. So I haven't been using this. It is a bit newer. So I'm going to hang on to this for a while longer to see if I end up using it maybe in the spring. And if I don't, she'll be gone. All right, I've not used these in a long time. These are the Fab Looks. These are an indie cruelty-free line that I was working with last year. I'm actually wearing the tinted face moisturizer that's kind of like a foundation today, and I'm reminding myself if I like that for our upcoming like face declutter or like complexions. But these I'm not reaching for. They're pretty good, but I have so many other things that I think these just fall off my radar, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter these. I've almost used this all up even though I just got it. Oh my gosh, you could see it here on the side here in the window. This is the Make Pink Cerise. This is like a lip oil, and I thought that I was running out of it because it looks super intimidating, right? It looks like a freaking Barbie pink doe foot applicator. Oh my gosh, now that I'm actually looking in this tube, I really have run through it because I've been using this a ton. You can see right here in the window how much I have used up, if it allows you to see that. I have used this up. I'm going to finish using it. I am liking it. I just purchased this CoverGirl Clean Fresh Tinted Lip Balm over the weekend, actually. So I'm just now trying this. I've only tried it one day, and so far I'm not too like in love yet. I want to give it a little bit more time though. This is a tinted lip balm with hyaluronic acid. It definitely swatches a little bit more nude, but she is kind of messy. The component feels a little cheap-esque, but the formula might be nice. So I'm going to give myself a little bit more time to play with this, see how I like it, wait for an upcoming video, be subscribed. Oh, is this the one I didn't like? This is an e-balm. Oh, this is Persona. I love Persona. This is an e-balm. This may have been one of the first things I was like, ooh, I don't know about this. Oh, could be because of the color. Look at her. This is in the shade Manifest. I love manifesting. I love thinking of the good vibes. But I was, feels really good on the skin. It kind of is giving me some of those juicy vibes, you know? Oh, man, I just got this. The color is the problem, I think, for me right there. Dang it, I'm going to think about this. This is going to go in the maybe pile because I love Persona Cosmetics. I did just get it. Okay, y'all. So about an hour ago, my camera died, so I needed to very quickly recharge her, so I'm not totally sure where I left off. But I believe I was talking about this Persona Cosmetics e-balm. I realized, in case I forgot, it's really red. So I'm going to put this in my maybe pile for the moment and see how I feel about it in just a little bit. This Persona gloss, staying on the Persona topic, apparently I really like. This is the Honey Gloss. I'm going to keep this because I was even just using it this past week, reminding myself how good it is. Hanging on to her. All right, we're starting to get to the harder stuff here, but I'm really loving this Saffrine, what is this? Sophia in Maybell. This is a lip oil. Yeah, fruit lip oil in yuzu. I love this. Look how much I've used up. It's going to be gone so soon. I adore this. I'm actually going to use it right now. I just finished some lunch and I was like, I need my lip stuff, but I was like, I'm doing a lip video, so I have to talk about it and then I can use it. So I really tackled that one for selfish purposes. Keeping her. All right, Fenty. I did really like this. This is the shade Single. I really did like this a lot. I haven't used her in a while, but I think it's because she's small and I forget about her. Oh yeah, definitely a color that's totally up my alley. And honestly, I don't know why, because it doesn't look like Miami Fever from Ofra that I just got rid of, but it kind of gives me those vibes a little bit. So I'm going to keep her and use her because this is even a great size for the purse. Oh, the bullets. Okay, this is going to be a little hard. So this is from ColourPop, and this is from the Villains collection. I believe this is Hades. Of course, your girl went for a neutral shade. I actually really love this for a super long time. Can you tell your girl has a type? I'm trying to decide. Still super creamy. No bad smell. I'm hanging on to her. I just think the formula is super great, and it's, you know, limited edition. You can't get it anymore. Coming back to those in a second, let's talk about Lucky Chick. I've already said I'm keeping the gloss in this same shade. This is the Bullet Lippy that I just received, Blissful. This one has a little bit more of a neutral / cool tone base to her. Ooh, you know what I need to see? I think this reminds me of the one that's in my maybe pile. So let's do a quick comparison. This is why I have been jumping into some of the swatches here. Let's see here. This is from the Lease Waiter. This is the one that I was saying it's probably, I know it's really old. Oh yeah, definitely not the same. This one is definitely more of a nudie shade, a little bit more approachable. I need to look this up. Not a dupe, not the same shade. So this stays in the maybe pile. This Lucky Chick shade I'm still keeping because I like her. This lipstick here is a Laura Mercier lipstick that I just got from a Chic Beauty box. I have not tried her yet because I just got it, but also look at the purple. Look at that color, right? Like, it's pretty, but I haven't decided if I'm decluttering this. Oh, what do I want to do with this? This is in the maybe pile for the moment. Maybe pile. All right. This is going to hurt. And I don't think I'm done with these, so I just need to bite the bullet and tell you, I know these are older, but I'm probably going to be keeping them because I still use them. These are my Becca Bullet Lippies. I miss Becca. I'm still so sad she's gone. I feel like it's old news in the makeup community, but, ooh, wait. Are we close in color here? Okay, we're not dupes. We're not same color. This has more of a brown base. This is more of a pink base. But this sugar shade in the Becca liquid lipstick, not terribly far off. Your girl has a type, I know. But I love this shade. I use it all the time. Keeping it. Also, this one here is more of a pink tone. I really wanted this to be more nude, but the shade Tulip here. Did I get this in a BoxyCharm? I don't remember, but she's great for spring. None of these smell. They don't have the crayon expired smell. This one here is one of the first ones that I got that introduced me to the Becca Bullet Lippies, and it made me fall in love with Bullet Lippies all over again. This is the shade Burgundy. She's stunning. She's my oldest one, doesn't have any smells, still performing. I'm hanging on to her too. I know. I love them. So I will keep all of these. These are my maybe pile. Now let's look at some liners. I definitely need to declutter some things, I do think. I have decluttered some, this is why, but in the past, which is why I don't have a ton of my liners anymore, because I do find that a lot of them can easily be, you know, reused. This I actually find I use a lot for the outside line when I'm wanting to make my pout look a little bit bigger. This is a brown tone from Dragon Beauty. It's the biggest pencil, like lip liner pencil I've ever owned in my life. This is the shade Lip Job Liner, and this works really well as that outer liner to make your lips look poutier. And then I usually go in with another more nude lip tone shade for myself. Huge. I still use it, so I'm not going to declutter it. I know a lot of people don't like the person behind the brand, but this is about the makeup, not the person. So moving on, I'm hanging on to that guy. These were my favorites of 2022. They look super basic. They look like lip liners that aren't special in the least. These are the Basic Beauty lip liners. I use the shade Latte a lot. I actually used it today with my look, and I don't like how they're not super stunning because of the components. Like when you have to sharpen them, they look a little rough. I hope you can see that. But I love the formula. It's super creamy, such lastability. And then the darker shade here, I think is this Cocoa? Yeah, Cocoa. This is more of a brown tone. Again, same formula. I don't use this one as much though. I don't use this one as much, and I don't know if I would actually need both of these, but I have combined these two a lot actually, especially when I want a darker lip. So you know what, I'm gonna hang on to both of these still for now because they are my favorites. I don't think I used this Ace Beauty one, the Pout Perfection lip liner. This one is in the shade In Love. It's funny because I'm actually shooting this today on Valentine's Day. Ooh, such a deep burgundy shade. Really pretty, but not a color I use. So I'm going to get rid of this one. More of a wine tone. I also think I'm going to get rid of this maybe. This is Runway Rogue. This is Get the Look. And this is also super vibrant red. Don't really use it, so gonna get rid of her too. Persona, how you doing with 90210? Oh, I need to sharpen her. Oh, but this is a beautiful shade, super creamy, definitely goes with these lippies, so keeping. What happened here? What lid is this? Oh, I messed these up this morning because I just used both of these this morning. Ha! This is the lip pencil that started it all on my channel, Vintage by Jessica Labiskind. I got this in a BoxyCharm forever ago. The first year I started my channel, and I fell in love with this because I couldn't believe this was a wooden pencil. Super creamy, very similar to my lip shade naturally, and it just enhances it, deepens it. So staying. This is the new product too. I just got this in, gosh, within the past like 2-3 months because it was delivered in BoxyCharms, and I love it. I don't know if I said the shade or not, but it is the shade Mocha. I love her. Okay, I know a lot of these are starting to look very similar, so I do need to keep that in mind as well as I'm looking at some of these. Okay. Like these two here look like they could be the same shade, right? Based off the color bands. This one here is Beauty for Real, and this one here is Real Her, so let's just check them out. Real Her. Ooh, that's super duper red. Not a red I use a ton, so let's see what the other one looks like. This is the Beauty for Real. This one is in the shade Define. Oh, wow, very different. Even though the bands look similar. Like we got one that's a brown tone and one that's a red tone. Oh boy. Looking at the swatches on my hand, I do not need the Real Her, even though I like this brand a lot. I think she does good work. Don't need her. Also, this one I don't need as well. Wow, I'm being so much more cutthroat than I thought I would be. All right, while we're looking at the Runway Rogue, let's look at this shade that's probably closer to what I would use, but look at that. They're almost identical. This one here is in the shade Trendsetter. I do like the formula of this Runway Rogue liner. It is a good formula. It's a different type too, because wasn't this other one a pencil? Yeah, this one's a wooden pencil. And this one isn't. I'm going to hang on to this because it's more of a creamy crayon style, because with some lippies you need something a little different. So I'll hang on to this for now because it's a different style than the pencil. Oh, Steve Laurent. I have loved this for so long. This is when I do like a pinky nude liner. I use this all over the lips so often. This one here from Steve Laurent is in the shade Vogue. A lot of reminiscent names and lip liners, isn't there? I've said Vogue a million times, I feel like. but I'm keeping this. Love it, love it, love it. Becca, this is Blissful. This is the Ultimate Lip Definer. It even has a little paddle on the back end here to help you maybe make something look a little bit more buffed out. Oh, this is good too. Oh, darn it, this is similar to some of the colors I have, but I'm just going to try to use her up. Ooh, do I need this one? Evio Beauty. This one here. I don't see a shade. Val. I think the name is Val. And oh my gosh, is this the almost exact same as Vintage by Jessica Labiskind? No, Vintage is different. That's darker. I don't really have one that's like this color, but I do have lippies that are like this color. Okay, I should rediscover her. Definitely used it, I can tell I have, so I'll toss that one in there. And then these are my two Patrick Tas. I like them both a lot, and I find this formula to be really good, so I'm going to hang on to these, and they are newer to my collection here. Oh my gosh. So did we just go through all of this? Did we just do it? Okay. I need to now look back at my maybes. This is where, oh, what am I going to do? Didn't find anything matching the Aquarius, Aquarius too. I didn't find anything with it. Dang it. I can't get rid of it yet. It's like, guys, don't get mad at me. It's just something I have to find the match for color. I already got rid of the original Aquarius, which was my true favorite. Aquarius 2 is my second favorite. So I wish ColourPop would bring some back. If you know anything that is a dupe for the Aquarius and Aquarius 2 from ColourPop from back in the day, let your girl know, because the colors were my favorite. Doesn't even have to be ColourPop. Doesn't have to be a liquid. That's the thing. And this is a liquid lipstick. It doesn't have to be that. I just need something similar. Persona. Oh, I like that this is juicy. Even though this is red, it kind of gives like that you just ate a cherry popsicle vibe on your lips, which could be good for this spring. Since it is newer to my collection and I haven't had a ton of opportunity to use it, and I love the brand, I'm going to hang on to it and try it a little longer, but if I don't use it through like the spring, I need to get rid of it. Rowan, I've still loved this. I've used it quite a bit. It's a deeper tone, and it's got some glossiness, still has a good scent to it. I'm going to hang on to this too. I have to see if I can find this online personally. This is the Lise Waiter Clara shade that we were talking about before. Is that her here? No, that's her here. So I need to look this one up. I need to set this aside to remind myself. What do I want to do about this? I'm never going to wear this color. I'm going to give this to a friend. This is brand new. This is the Laura Mercier in the shade Violet. It's a purple lipstick. I'm never going to wear it, but I will see if a friend will wear it because it's brand new. I don't need to toss this in the trash. I will declutter it though. This will get decluttered. Oh my gosh. So now I guess let me see. I doubt I could do it, but now I want to see if I can get all of my lippies, or at least the ones I plan to use regularly in the rotation, because like these go in like different parts of my house because these are glosses and stuff. Let me see what I can do. Let's try to do a little arranging here. I like to put them upside down so I can see the colors at a glance. Is that weird? I don't have a lot of tall ones anymore, I'm noticing. These are different drawers. I have bullet lippies go in certain spots elsewhere. Everything is back in its spot. Everything's a little tidied up. And then next time, should we tackle some foundations, primers, and concealers? Should we tackle some powders? What should we do next time, guys? We also have a ton of face products. What category would you like to see next? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.